Yo, what is going on, guys? Troy here, your shredded brother from another mother, and today we got an awesome video. I'm gonna share with you the 9 abdominal exercises that I guarantee you are not doing, and these are gonna give you these crazy Hollywood looking shrink wrap 3D abdominals. So what I mean by that is, obviously I've thrown a ton of fat loss videos your way in the last month. Now I want to start to work on the best abdominal exercises and strategies to actually build the foundation, build a strong core, build that visual six-pack. So this is going to sculpt the obliques, it's going to sculpt the lower abs, the middle abs, the upper abs, and these are really fun outside the box abdominal exercises. And the thing is, you guys have no idea your genetic potential with your six-pack muscles until you start training the right way, until you start doing these ab exercises, until you start doing sprints. When I was like 18, 19 years old, I never thought I could have a good six-pack, and then I started training the right way and literally saw results in like 30 to 45 days when I started to train the right way. So I challenge you guys, take some notes, replay this video a couple times if you're having trouble with the form and the proper way to do these 9 exercises. But these are the 9 exercises that should form your abdominal training routine for the next month. They go great with, the sprinting routine. You can do these in the gym. And I just want to help you guys get those crazy ripped abs. Let's dive right into it.
You ain't got no gains. You ain't lift no weights.
So the very first abdominal exercise is the Smith machine leg raise. Now, using the Smith machine for abdominal exercises is a killer way to keep tension on the abdominals for the entire duration of the movement. Now, the Smith machine allows you to have really fluid movements, allows you to really focus on your mind-muscle connection. And doing the Smith machine leg raises, I felt an incredible difference in abdominal activation versus doing the leg raises on the traditional way, just kind of like hanging from a pull-up bar. So I challenge you guys to do about 4 sets, do about 10 to 15 reps, and start off very light. In fact, this is one of the first times I've ever done this exercise, and I was literally just throwing a 10 on each side. So start off really light, start off slow and controlled, focus on that mind-muscle connection, and this is an awesome exercise too, to really focus on the lower abdominals and that V-shaped torso. All right guys, so the second abdominal exercise is what I call easy bar cocoon. So you're really going to fully extend and then crunch in and focus on squeezing the rectus abdominis and the oblique muscles. And this one, once again, focus on that mind muscle connection. This is one of those exercises where if you're not really focusing on the rectus abdominis muscle, it's kind of hard to feel the activation. But when you're focusing on squeezing, when you're crunching in, you just feel that your entire abdominal wall tense, and it just feels amazing. It feels like right when you get done, you just want to rip off your shirt. You feel like you have your abs like popping out of your skin. So this one is killer for just pure abdominal activation on the rectus abdominis muscle. So I challenge you guys, keep really short rest times on this, or try this exercise when you're already fatigued. So for instance, I had just got done doing bicycle crunches right before I did this, and it gave me an awesome activation right in my core. All right guys, so the third exercise is something that I call bench jackknives. Now this one is interesting. You're gonna scoot towards the edge of the bench, and you're gonna focus on subtly lifting your legs up, and you're gonna feel an amazing activation right in your lower abdominals, right in your rectus abdominis. So focus, pay attention very closely to my form, and make sure that you're not like bending your knees too much. It really, you feel it more. The more straight that your legs are, the more abdominal activation that you feel. So it is an amazing exercise. I recommend you guys start off with body weight, and you could even transition into holding a light dumbbell between your feet, or you can have like a partner even like push your feet down, kind of like a reverse negative sort of concept. So start off light with just body weight. Try to do 3 to 4 sets in the 15 to 20 repetition range. On the body weight ones, I really challenge you guys to stick between 15 and 20 total reps. Focus on mind-muscle connection, pure abdominal activation throughout every single repetition. The fourth forgotten abdominal exercise is something that I call the Russian bicycle. Now this one is a cross between a Russian twist and a bicycle crunch, hence the name, the Russian bicycle. And with this one, once again, slow and controlled. So as you can see, one leg is going out at a time, and then I'm slowly twisting and contracting. And this one kind of gives you that, like, works on that Adonis belt. And you don't want to like overdevelop these side muscles, so the best way to not overdevelop them while still building the muscle is twisting movements. So this is a great alternative to people who are doing a lot of dumbbell side bends. If you saw my worst exercises to do video, and a lot of other YouTube experts worst exercises to do videos, dumbbell side bends are a terrible aesthetic exercise. You don't want to build this muscle too much, but incorporating twisting movements in a subtle way like the Russian bicycle is a fantastic way to work those obliques, work those lower abdominals, and engage the rectus abdominis muscle. So pick a fairly lightweight, 10 to 20 pounds, go from 15 to 20 repetitions, about 4 total sets per week. The fifth forgotten abdominal exercise is the Smith machine jackknife. Now this one is you're gonna start off sort of like a horizontal crunch, but you're gonna slightly elevate your legs, I would say by about 6 to 12 inches at the most. Now, really important that you don't elevate your legs too much on this one. And then you're gonna hold the bar straight overhead. You're gonna pick a point on the ceiling and you're gonna focus on that point for the entire time. So don't look around, try to focus on the same point, and it's a very subtle contraction up. And you're gonna feel kind of as you contract up, your legs are also rising at the exact same time. So real subtle crunch. And this one, just another killer abdominal activator. So make sure you don't go too heavy, because if you go too heavy on this, you're not gonna feel it in your core. So go very light, maybe even try it starting off without putting any weight on the Smith machine, and you guys are gonna feel a killer burn. So once again, do 3 to 4 sets in the 15 to 20 repetition range. Sixth exercise is an exercise that I actually got from my first fitness idol, Greg Plitt, from his members area, and this is the standing dumbbell oblique rotations. Now with this one, it's really important that you go slow and controlled. So if you go fast, you're gonna feel no contraction in your obliques and your abdominals. If you go slow and controlled and push the weight across, nice and slow, feel that activation, push across on the other side, get a full rotation, you guys are gonna feel this almost like what's the word I'm looking for? You almost have you develop these upper obliques. It almost looks like you have little fingers popping out of your skin right here. This is great for these upper obliques right here. So try to focus on swinging the weight right across your forehead. Focus on these little finger oblique areas right here, and you guys are gonna have just a crazy visual six-pack. And I think that's a definite game changer if you not only have abs, but you have that upper oblique definition. So this is one of the best exercises to bring out those upper obliques. Lucky number 7, we are back on the Smith machine with the vertical leg Smith machine abdominal press, you call it? I guess sort of an abdominal press. So obviously we're back on the Smith machine. You're on a flat bench. Your legs are vertical and you're focusing once again on subtle movements. And just like we did with the other Smith machine exercise, I want you to focus on the same point on the ceiling throughout the entire duration of the exercise. So just focusing on that same point, and just focus too where you feel it in your abdominal muscles the most. So for instance, if I'm looking here or I'm looking here and I'm crunching up, there is a difference in where I feel the activation in my abdominals. So play around with it, figure out exactly where you want it to kind of activate, and you should ideally feel it right across the middle part of your abdominals and your obliques. And this one is also amazing if you do it pre-fatigue. So doing a body weight exercise like bicycle crunch or even a regular horizontal leg crunch and then jumping right into this is a great way to get more activation in your abdominals. The 8th forgotten abdominal exercise is something that I call angled bottoms up. Now this one, so you're gonna be on a decline bench, but you're gonna be kind of holding it from behind. So you're gonna be lying opposite on the decline bench, and having your legs at a downward angle and doing the bottoms up exercise actually makes it a lot more challenging. Really just blast your upper obliques and your upper abdominal muscles. So this has been one of my favorite new exercises that I've been personally doing in my ab training routine. And challenge yourself, try to go for about 15 to 20 reps, but I'm gonna warn you, if you can only do maybe 10 to 15 bottoms up on the ground, you might only be able to do 5 to 10 on the decline because it is a lot more challenging. But work up to it and just give this one a try, because like I said, this one is, I would say, out of all the exercises, the best one for upper oblique and upper abdominal activation. The 9th forgotten abdominal exercises is something that I call double-edged abdominals. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna have resistance on your feet. You're gonna have a light dumbbell between your feet, and you're also going to be holding a dumbbell behind you. And you're going to kind of do like a jackknife V-up where you're subtly bringing both up at the same time. And this one, you want to make sure you pick a light enough weight where you're not like forcing your neck or like forcing your knee into the movement. So pick a really light weight. In fact, I feel this exercise a lot more just using like 5 or 7.5 pounds, really light dumbbells, and it's just that subtle movement right here. And you're gonna feel this in every single section of your abdominals. This is one of my favorite exercises to do. In fact, if I had to pick one exercise to do like every single week where I was trying to work my entire core, it would definitely be this one, because you literally feel it every single section of your abdominals if you do it right. So challenge yourself, go for 15-20 repetitions, try to do 4 or 5 total sets, and you guys are gonna have a killer ab pump. All right guys, so those are my 9 forgotten abdominal exercises. Thank you so much for watching. And if this is your first time on the channel, make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell. We are going to have almost daily uploads for the next couple months. I don't want to say every day because I'm going to be traveling. I'm going to Europe next week, and sometimes the internet is just complete shit. So I don't want to promise every day, but probably 4 to 5 times per week at the very least. And let me know in the comments below any questions, any ideas for upcoming videos. I love to hear you guys' feedback. And also, I'm gonna link to some other great six-pack videos at the very end of this that you may not have seen from the channel that were like a month or 2 old. So I'm gonna link to those if you wanna check that out after this video. But thank you guys so much for the support. I'm gonna see you guys on the video tomorrow. Hey, make sure you subscribe, because every single day we have a new video on shredding and aesthetics, and sometimes just straight up entertainment. So subscribe, hit that notification bell, so YouTube will blow up your inbox and let you know it is time to get shredded. And if you do that, we will send you a ferocious little baby lion straight to your house.